Hey everybody, welcome back to Bid Left Nut. This is the show where we talk about cars, we talk about car auctions, and we're always trying to answer the question, what is that car worth to you? Would you give your left nut for that car? My name is Stace. I'm joined by the co-host here, Johnny Miata. Hey
Hi,
John, what's going
Stace.
on?
What's going on? How are you?
Oh, I've had a rough morning, but other than
Tell me
that,
about it. You all right? I would give you a hug, but we're several states away from one another. You all right?
everything's good. Everything we're gonna cruise on out and things are gonna be good.
All the
So
lights are green from here.
Uh, absolutely, just one block after another. They're just heading out there, but yeah, thank you for joining me for another episode of Bid Left Nut, where we're going to talk about some car auctions that closed this week. We're going to talk about some hypotheticals. If we had some money to buy a new car, what would we get? And we're going to play a couple of games on you.
Good. I love games. Games
Yeah.
are uh, games are my favorite. All right, awesome. I'm excited. Let's start. What are we gonna do first?
Well, first, I thought maybe we can tell people like the game that we play, the Bidfinite game that we play. And if you could just describe what that is, just so people have some context.
Yeah, I think that's fair. People should know what the heck we're doing here because Bid Left Nut definitely supports the Bidfinite platform and game. So here's what we're doing. When somebody asks me what Bitfinite is, my easiest, closest, happiest response is, guys that really like sports have an outlet through fantasy sports to get more interactive with their game. Whether they like to play football or baseball or whatever, or just follow it, fantasy sports are huge. And I watch all of my buddies that are into fantasy sports, and they have this whole language that I just don't care about. And it makes me sad.
Do you not care about them, or do you just not care about what they're talking about? Because
No,
you
no,
said
I
these are
like
your
my
friends.
friends. I like my friends. Sports just kind of leaves me, I don't know, it's just not my thing, right? Like statistics about baseball, maybe when I was seven, it was fine, but I
Hmm.
don't know, I'm a car guy. So I have lots of
Which
knowledge about
I was
cars.
gonna say, which is odd because you're built like an athlete.
I mean, hey, wait a minute. I'm more built like a car. No, that's not
Yeah,
right either. Anyway, Bidfinite like fantasy sports for car guys. That's the
that's right.
that's the long and short of it. I guess the other part of this is what Bidfinite provides for me is that it's a new way to spend time scrolling through cars, right? If you're a car guy, you know how it is. I my doom scrolling is all about what's for sale, what it's worth, um, what's on the docket for today, who's got a cool car for sale, what has this car sold for, how much do I know about this car? It's all these different things. But at the end of the day, I'm not a participant unless I'm buying something. And if I'm buying something, there's a whole host of other problems like my wife murdering me, or I'm running out of space,
Right.
or whatever the case may be.
I mean, but like on even on a platform like Bring a Trailer, which is so popular, and we love Bring a Trailer. You and I spend
Love
hours
it.
and hours daily on
Yep.
Bring a Trailer. The most we can do is make a comment, right?
Yes. Yeah. It doesn't provide the interaction that I'm doom scrolling. Even bring a trailer. I'm doom scroll. I am just scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. There's no beginning. There's no end. And I don't know. I kind of get bored with that after a while. But
Oh,
Bitfinite
walk
kind of
us
addresses
walk us
that.
through. Yeah, walk us through what we're seeing here.
So if you take a look, right, there's four cars on the screen. Now they're off the screen. Now they're on the screen. And these four cars, you can see what they're currently. All four of them are current cars up for auction.
Well, do you want to? So
Yeah,
those are being
let's.
pulled in. Just so people know, these are being pulled in from live auction sources like Bring a Trailer, Cars and Bids, Hemmings, all the major auction platforms.
Right.
Um,
And the nice thing about it is rather than just going to bring a trailer, as you just said, everything's being pulled in. So you're getting a really good picture of the market today. What cars are selling? what they're currently valued at, and eventually we're going to see what they close for. And that's kind of where the game comes in, because basically what we're doing is we are competing against our friends to see what cars close for and how close you can get to that value. How good are you at putting a number on a car?
Yeah, so
So
tell us about this one. This is an event you created today.
yeah, I created this event, Living the American Dream, and basically I took four relatively full-size American cars. That Riviera kind of kicks my butt a little bit because I know it's a personal sport coupe, but we're going to just call it what it is. It's a big car. All four of these are large and in charge. They are from a bygone era, and a lot of white walls, a lot of chrome,
Hmm.
a lot of drinking and driving. It's all from the era of personal luxury. And as I wrote in the caption, luxury used to be measured by the pound. These are very heavy cars. So the first car that I selected was this 1964 Continental, and I love it. And I know this is a car that you enjoy as well.
I do
S-
love,
right?
absolutely.
Suicide doors. This thing is just so good. And if you delve a little deeper, if you go to the listing, you get to see how much work has been done to this car. I spent some time on it before I loaded it into the platform and noticed that it has had a complete respray. A lot of time has been lavished on it. I read through the comments, and the seller seems like a genuinely good dude that really appreciates these cars. And so now, with 4.5 hours left, the bidding is up to $12,350. And so where Bidfinite comes in is me and a bunch of my friends are now bidding on this car, kind of as a shadow bid, I guess, if you will,
Hmm.
because at the end of the day, I'm not going to either own a car or not own a car. I'm not getting in a fight with anybody, like, say, my wife or my children. I am just having all the joy of doing the research and trying to figure out what this sells for. And by the way, I'm thinking, what did we just say? It's currently at whatever it is, but I think this
11.
car's,
Yeah, 11,000 or so.
yeah, I think this car is going to sell for 25. That's where I think this car is going to land. I think it's a nice piece. I think that a lot of love has been lavished upon it. I think $25,000 is the number, and in 4.5 hours, we're going to find out if I was right or not.
Well, I'm going to come in a little under you. I think it's coming in at around 24. So I don't know a precise estimate at this point because I haven't spent a lot of time looking at it, but I think it's going to come right under you. I don't know if it's a $25,000 car today. Um, but yeah, I mean, so you went through, you picked, you created a theme, this American luxury. You brought them all together here, um, and we got spots, place for people to comment there. Uh, so this is one aspect of what Bitfinit is, and you can, you keep track of how you've been doing over the year, and hopefully you're beating somebody else. I think I'm only winning because I've played more events than you, but I because my average score is 242, whereas yours is 280.
Yes,
So
but you've got a lot of spirit, and that counts for something.
I do. I've got some spirit. Um, I can
I'll
see
tell you
all.
what, why don't we, because it's funny, because the American Dream, I'll be honest with you, like, those are not my cars. That's not my wheelhouse. That's not the type of cars that I love. But the beauty of this platform is we can look at anything, right? And you can create events based on the things that you love. So
Yeah.
apparently I love the color orange. I do genuinely love the color orange, but European cars from the early 70s, late 60s, that's kind of my jam. And so this event that I created, in addition to the wild color that just kind of happened to be in that day's auctions, I mean, a 914, a VW Squareback, a 2002, and a Eurospec W123, like, this is my jam. I love these
Yeah.
cars. And you may say to yourself,
What is it you like about them?
so I just love the time period. I think design kind of peaked in the early 70s. Um, I love everything about them. I love that. I love the history of the 914 and the fact that it was kind of disregarded for a long time. Uh, people kind of underestimated that car, and now they are coming into their own. This car sold for $34,000. This was a nice car. It wasn't perfect. It's a good driver. It's an excellent driver. It's really, really clean. Somebody had put a lot of time and effort into this car. So I don't remember what I thought it was going to go for.
Oh, I can tell you.
I bet you have that info at your fingertips.
Johnny thought it was going for 29,500.
Hmm. So I was a little light, and it's funny because again, you do a host of research, right? You look at comps, you look at other cars that are for sale. Um, I came down to 29, I came into thinking that was going to be 29.5, but when I look at it with a fresh pair of eyes, I can see why it went for 34,000.
Hmm.
Just a nice car. Just a nice
Yeah.
car.
We can also see how other people performed. We can see that I did even worse than you. I only got 82 points. I was 17% off the actual price. You were 13.5%. But this player, P Work 132, he was only like 7% off. So you can see the
Huzzah.
nice,
Yeah, he nailed it. He
yeah,
nailed it.
good for him.
Um,
What
most of
else
the
do you want to tell us
cars,
about this event?
the only other thing is, I guess, one of the beauties of this game is, for me, I'm a car guy that likes everything. I mean, I know I just said I don't like the American Dream cars, but like I like them. They're not the cars that I would gravitate towards or spend actual money on. But
Hmm.
whatever your kink is, like whatever you're super into, you can you can set up your event to reflect the cars that you like or the cars that you and your friends like, and then have at it. You go and you bet against each other and you trash talk and you do all the fun stuff, but no longer are you doom scrolling. You're now interactive and playing a game where you can, I don't know, you can show off how much you know about cars.
Yeah. I created this event last week around Evan. Evan is a friend of ours, and Evan wants a 911, and I think he bought one last week, and so it will be arriving soon. So he's really excited about that. But I created an event called Evan Needs a 911. So I collected four 911s, and I said, "Hey, these could be cars for Evan." And I know he likes blue, and I like blue, so we picked four blue 911s. We had this 2004 911 Turbo Cab. I don't think he's a convertible guy, but I like that car, so I put it in here. This Gemini Blue 2022 whew,
That's a
911.
pretty car. That is a
Oh,
pretty
it is.
car.
It really is. And then I had to have a 993 in there. So we had this 96 six speed. I think that's a great looking car. And then, even though these cars I'm not huge fans of, the Dakar 911, we threw one of those in there too. This gave us an opportunity to bid on a bunch of 911s and just see how we were going to do. And you can see that Evan, who this event is named after, he actually won. He did really well. So you can see on three of the events, he was 90 plus. Paul came in second. Again, on three of the events, Paul was 90 plus. Johnny Miata was in there. He
I
did
was
he did
definitely in
pretty
the
well.
mix, right? Yep. Yep.
Definitely in the mix. I was way down here. I did a little bit less well than you guys, but I think we all did pretty well. So 400 is a perfect score, and we all scored above 300.
Yeah, I think
You'll
it's worth noting, just for a second, it's worth noting that like you start to develop patterns and see what really works, right? An older car is kind of harder to evaluate because of the condition. But if you're looking at a 2022 911, you're kind of going to assume that the car is in the wrapper just about perfect. I mean, 9 times out of 10, unless it's an insurance auction. And so it's a lot easier to, I don't know, to come up with a value on a 2022 911 Carrera than it is on
Mhm.
a 72 911 Carrera, just because the condition is so wildly varying.
Yeah, but you can get close, but it's not so easy that you're going to nail it. I mean,
Yeah,
although
absolutely. There's still an element of who's in the room, right?
yeah, I love undershot photo of a car with 7,000 miles on it. Like that's super pertinent. What was the sticker on this? The sticker on this was 152. It came close to its sticker at 138, which is, I would say, an indication of what's happening in the market lately. A year ago, this car would have gone over sticker. I think
Yes.
we all would have seen that, and I think this Dakar went over sticker. So let's take a look here. Um, so it sold for 302, which is obscene. I think it's like I have so many issues with these cars to begin with, but the idea of that this thing, yeah, so this thing went over sticker. So it's stickered at
Okay.
263. It sold for $40,000 more than that. So I don't know why these cars bother me so much. I just really, I really don't like them. It is the epitome of trying too hard or faking it because it's bad enough that we all have cars that go 100 that have a top speed of 180 miles an hour, but none of us are ever going to do that. This
Right.
car is made to go through the desert, you
With a
know,
horse with no name. Does the Lamborghini bother you as well? I don't remember what the name of it is.
Stirato, which means dirt road in Italian. I guess not so much. I guess from a distance, you can't tell that it's this awful, goofy thing that they made for 18 rich guys who just need one more variant to add to their collection. Whereas this piece of shit, I mean, you can see this coming from a mile away. I hate these things. Although the Rothman's livery, kind of cool. It's
Kind of
just
cool. Kind of cool. I
but look at this. I mean, like, he's got a shovel up there. He's got like extra tanks of gas. He's got like rations. I mean, I just,
You never know. Here's the thing. You never know when your gardener is going to blow the grass clippings onto your driveway,
hmm
and then you've got a problem. Like, how are you going to get the car in the garage? So
oh
there
yeah,
is, there's definitely a reason for it, I'm sure.
yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to tell you my take on car height. So this 993 went down. Somebody lowered this. This is not the stock height. It's I don't. I think it's even lower than the Euro height. But
Okay.
take a 911, lower it, better. Take a
Yeah.
911, raise it, no
Less
good.
better?
Less better. Less better. When the when the car goes up, Stace's interest goes down. I said before that it's difficult to nail a price 100%, but Caveman Lawyer
Yes.
nailed, absolutely nailed the 993. Um, he got the price at 100%. 100%. That's incredible. So closed at 87,500. He bid
And I guess here's one of the things
87,500.
that are here's one of the things that are kind of fun with this game. Um, Caveman Lawyer, who
Did
does
you just
really
say
a
kind of fun?
well, I mean, a ton of fun, an immense amount of fun, all the fun. But here's what I really enjoy. Yeah, this guy came in, he got 100%. He nailed it. And then there's another auction where he was like negative 300% in his evaluation of a car. And so there's a lot of fodder for making fun of your friends if that's what you're into. Um, so yeah, a lot of good points to this game.
I agree. The negative thing is kind of odd. So if you are more than 100% off in your guess, you go into the negative points. So if let's say the car sold for $20,000 and you bid 10,000, so you are 100% off the cost. Like the difference between what it sold for and your bid is more than 100% or 100%. You're going to go into the negative point score, which I don't like. I think that's
We can work on that.
Wow, that can be fixed.
Yeah.
So other things we wanted to talk about today. Um, Bargain hunting time.
Yeah, let's talk about hunting for bargains.
Yeah, so we called this the bid left nut 50K challenge. So I said to John, "Hey John,
Yes.
the average price of a new car is $50,000." So I said, "Well, what else could we get for $50,000? Like, I don't want a new car. I like tons of new cars that are out there, but I'd much rather have something that's a little bit older and I'd be able to get a better car for that $50,000. So I said, John, here's what you and I are going to do. We're going to take an imaginary $50,000 budget. We're going to go looking for one sports car, one luxury car, and one future collectible, each costing $50,000. Saying, hey, these are the three cars that I would consider. And I did three, and you did three, and we're going to go through those right now. Do you have any thoughts as we tee that up?
Yeah, I kind of love this challenge because what it provides, and I said kind of again, but I definitely love this challenge
He
because
is so non-committal. When I say, "Hey, John, are you my friend?" He says, "I'm kind of your friend."
I'm kind of your friend. It depends on the day, maybe you're surly. I don't know what's going on. Um, no, no, I'm always your
That's
friend, even if you're
no, no.
surly.
Okay.
But 50 grand buys you a lot of car, not necessarily in the showroom, but once you look at lightly used cars or the collector market, suddenly, I mean, $50,000 is still a lot of money. Sure, it'll buy you a Kia Telluride that you'll, be very unhappy with, or it'll buy some of the examples that we're about to queue up.
Yeah.
And again, I really enjoyed this exercise because it made me realize that there's a ton of stuff out there. It's hard whittling it down to three each, but we
Hmm.
did it.
Yeah. So? Do you want to start with luxury, sports car, or future collectible?
I think I'd like to start with luxury because I'll be honest with you, my pick is my favorite out of the bunch.
Even more favorite than mine.
Whoa,
You like your picks better than my picks.
I'm not saying that necessarily. I just don't.
You kind of like.
I'm kind of saying that.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to jump in first. And I'm going to talk about my luxury car. This was an oddball for me because typically I would never want a four-door Porsche, but I picked the Porsche Panamera as my luxury car, and just wanted to show you some recent auction prices. Here's where they're falling. If you take a look at the helpful chart on Bring a Trailer, you'll see they're all congregating a little bit under $40,000 range. Well, we've got a big spread of years, right? So we've got more than 10 years of cars, and we have a lot of variations, right? So there's the turbo, the twin turbo V8. There's the way overpriced hybrid version. There's the electric version, and then there's like the V6 version, the more the base model. But overall, if you wanted to buy one of these, you could spend 50 grand and get a fantastic car. And I'm going to show you
Show me.
this one here.
Oh,
This 38,000 mile 2018, which is not that old, right? So it's like 7 years old, but
yeah.
it only has 30,000 miles, excuse me, 40,000 miles on it, and it's a sport. So this car came in at $50,000 even. But remember, these cars sold for. Oh, you got something? You got a point?
Yeah, the Sport Turismo, I'm in. As a matter of
Yeah.
fact, I'm glad somebody else bought it because I think the Sport Turismo looks so good, and I couldn't help
Yeah.
myself. I had to interrupt to say those words.
Oh yeah, interrupt anytime. But that's the thing is that it does look so good. So we always talk about, not we, car guys will talk about, oh, like if I wish manufacturers made more fast wagons, or I wish there was like a shooting brake. I mean, like we talk about that sort of stuff, but then like somebody makes a shooting brake and we're like nobody goes and buys it. First of all, I mean, occasionally you see one of those that's made by Zagato or designed by Zagato and it costs way more than we can afford. But this is a car that we can certainly afford, especially in its used format. And I think it's gorgeous. I think it's a great looking car. Uh, it's a wagon without being the family truckster, but it could be the family truckster if you want. So you can imagine going on a road trip, you, your wife, your kids, and they're in the back bickering or whatever kids do nowadays. Your wife is, on
Victory.
Instagram bickering, but you can have some fun driving this thing, clipping an apex, like accelerating up to 100 miles an hour. No one's going to know. I mean, they're going to be just doing whatever they're doing because they're going to be super comfortable. Like if you tried that in like a sports car, first of all, they'd be cramped in there. They would understand, they would feel the acceleration. There'd be a lot more noise, vibration, harshness. But in this car, you're cruising at 120 miles an hour. Nobody knows what's going on.
Yeah,
I,
this
it's
is kind of all the things, and I love it.
yeah,
All-wheel drive, you put a set of winters on it, and it's a car that you can drive every day. The fact that it's 7 years old, um, I don't think anybody's going to really know, right? Like most people don't know the difference between a 2018 and a current model year. So if you're looking for that statement piece, right, this is definitely it. Now, if you're looking for stealth wealth, this is not it. But it's a beautiful car,
all
and
right.
obviously well photographed. We've talked about photography in the past. I like when
Hmm.
cars are well photographed for their auctions.
Yeah,
Somebody did a tremendous job here.
yeah.
But
Wob. This is so his auctions are always fantastic. They're just gorgeous, gorgeous.
such a cool
Um,
car. It's such a cool car, and a car that I think has some collector value to it, right? I don't know that we're going to
Wait,
see
wrong
these rolling
category.
around for 10 grand.
Wrong category. But yeah, we're going to talk about collector cars with collector potential a little bit later on. So, do
Fair,
you want to
fair.
talk about your luxury car?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What did you pick?
So I picked a Lexus LS 500 from, I believe they were introduced in 2018 up until
Mhm.
the current model year. And I did choose a specific car, but any of the cars that you choose, you can see for under $50,000, you can get yourself a really, really nice um, LS 500.
Well,
You can
these are kind of old what we have here, but this
these
one
are
here,
yeah, most of these are a little bit older, but yeah, that 38,000 mile 2018 is a great example. As a matter of fact, it sold for less than our $50,000 threshold.
yeah.
But what I
But what
find
car did
about
you pick?
I picked this one, right? This is a 2021. I believe it's got like under 40,000 miles on it, somewhere around there. Um,
13.
13, that's way under 40,000. So
Yeah.
13,000 miles for this car. It has the executive package, so it's well optioned. Now, true to me being me, it's also above our $50,000
By how much?
by $9,000. I kind of,
As a percentage, though, that's like almost 20%. It's 18%. That's a pretty
yes,
big gap.
it
So
is a big gap, but just
you
as
didn't
an
follow the
illustration
rules.
process, because you can find a very similar car for well under 50 grand. I just happen to really like this one, so I broke the rules because I'm a rebel, Dottie. Um, nice car, all-wheel drive, another car that you can drive as your daily. It is comfortable, it is spacious. These cars sold new for a little over 100 grand, and you can't really tell the difference. So again, if you're looking for bang for the buck, this is it, man. This is just such a great, comfortable, luxurious car that also um, has the reliability of a Toyota, because at its heart, it's a Toyota. I love it.
Oh, what a feeling. But I have to ask you, so the Panamera, the one that I just showed you, the sticker on that was like 110, 115, something like that. We can buy that today for 50.
Yep.
You said the sticker on this LS 500 was a little bit over 100. Why the depreciation on the Lexus though? Because I would have like the European cars, the depreciation,
A
I
lot of
get it all
maintenance.
day long.
Yeah, you're still maintaining a European car that sold for $100,000. I believe that
But what
this
happened here?
nobody wants a sedan.
Ah,
Nobody wants a sedan, and I kind of love that because, gosh, I said it. You know what? Apparently, I am non-committal. I do love that because when everybody wants an SUV, that's when I start looking at sedans, because you're going to get a bargain in the market, and this exemplifies that, right? $100,000. It's Toyota. It's reliable. It's got a great
yeah.
reputation. It's beautiful, but they're selling for under 50 grand, and you're still getting all of that reliability. This is a great buy, and
But I want to see the interior. I want to see how luxurious this interior is.
it's an executive, so I'm going to say a lot, many,
Many luxuries.
many luxury, a lot,
Yeah,
very
I can.
comfy. It's got head-up
Wow.
display. It's got a
But what doesn't it have?
internal view.
What's going on here?
I mean, that's where things happen.
Yeah. Okay. Um,
The back seat is kind of what I don't know if they with the executive if it's got the controls in the back. I believe it does. That's always a fun thing to watch. I think it's got to go up a little bit. Uh, it's got all-weather mats.
Ooh, WeatherTech.
It's well the Lexus Tech. Uh, all right, maybe
Oh,
they
somebody
didn't.
left that sticker on there. Why? Why would somebody do that?
I mean, 13,000 miles. You get to be the first one to peel that sticker off.
Hmm.
It's got mirrors in the back and the ceiling. It's the
Okay.
70s all over again.
It's the
Um,
70s all over again.
Great car,
So,
and very similar to your selection in terms of price point. I'll be honest with you now that I looked at your car. Maybe I like my car a little less. I get it, but when it comes to maintaining, I would rather maintain this car, and it's not going to be
sure.
cheap. Like I know it's a Lexus, but it's still going to be a lot to maintain. But
Hmm.
not Porsche levels of maintenance.
Sure. Sure. What do you want to jump to next? Future collectible or sports car?
Sports cars.
All right, I'm gonna jump in with another one of my picks. I picked the C5 Corvette, and here's why. So if we look at like the price breakdown, um, under 50 grand all day long. So the car that I picked is actually um, pretty far under 50. Kind of makes up for your you going over. So this is for $33,000. This is a 15,000 mile 2002 Z06. I always loved the Z06 with this little the brake vent right here. I always thought that was a really nice touch.
Yep. What I like is
This
that the same material that they made the brake vent out of, they also made the interior out of. So that's kind of cool.
yeah, yeah. So they got a bargain on a shipload of plastic. So and this has a shipload of plastic in it. Uh, something
It's a
about these,
manual and it's crazy fast. So that's great. Like
yeah,
I make fun, but I
2000.
love these.
I know. So yeah, 2002, this thing had 405 horsepower. The 2002 had like incrementally more horsepower than the 2001, and that had incrementally more horsepower than the 2000. 2000. I think this was there was like 5 or 6 years where each it was the same C5, but they made improvements every year. So if you bought like this year's car, your car was better than your friends from last year. It had like a lumpier cam. I think it had like some lightweight valves. I think that helped bump up the power a little. They got rid of the secondary cats, but I think the engine ran a little cleaner, so they didn't need that the second set of cats.
I
But
think you're almost ready.
to buy one,
Well, at least to get the New Balances or
I
the jorts,
I
and then
I
you buy it. And then you buy it. You see, it's a progression. Like it's a tiered. I think
I
you're in the
I
middle.
I disagree. So I think that is such an overused cliche about the Corvette drivers. One thing I will say is absolutely true that I notice when I go to Cars and Coffee. There's a certain group of people who don't understand what Cars and Coffee is all about. I want to go and talk to people. I want to meet other people. I want to see cars that I wouldn't normally see. I want to talk to somebody who's 15 years younger than me and 15 years older than me. I want to see like what people are interested in. And there's some people who just stand next to their car, their arms crossed, waiting for you to go and ask them, "Oh, so that had
Yes.
the 13.7-inch calipers on it? Tell me about that." So
Yeah.
anyway,
Look, I get it. The
John,
cliches
this one's
are.
actually somebody took a photo of this, and this is either in front of the golf club or the 55 and over community. I mean,
I think if we pulled up a picture of the villages, this might be the clubhouse. I don't know. Um, yeah, I think that the cliches get a little old, but also, as you just said, there's a lot of guys standing with their arms folded, wanting to tell you why their C5 is rare. And the C5 is a lot of things, but rare doesn't really, it's not one of the adjectives that I go for.
All right,
Um,
let's think about this as rarity. This is a bona fide sports car. This is a great car. It's filled with some plastic in it, but it only has 13,000 miles on it, and it's sold for $33,000. I mean, it's like you can get a you can get the
yeah,
Nissan Altima, or you can get this for $33,000. It's like that says it all. There's no rarity here. So this certainly did not make it onto my collector car list, which we'll talk about in a second. But can I tell you one of my favorite things about this car?
is it the center console, the stereo?
You know what, John? John, we're gonna leave this. We're gonna go back to that and leave you with this image while I tell you this. You can buy this car for $50,000 today. You can drive it for a couple of years and sell it for $50,000. No, it's less than $50,000.
It's less,
These
yeah. You can pay the guy extra money, but you don't need to. It's
no,
$33,000.
you're not going to lose any money on this deal, and I love that about the car. I did that with my E36 M3, drove it for 4 years, sold it for what I bought it for. Probably should have held on to it for one more year. That's okay. My 911, I did the same thing, sold it for a few $1,000s more, but I got to enjoy these cars for a few years, and they cost me nothing but tires and oil changes. So that's me being the cheap guy that I am. I absolutely love that about that car. So we're gonna jump now to your sports car pick.
My sports
Okay, so
car pick, we've actually already seen it
tell me,
earlier in the episode. Um, I chose a Porsche 996 Turbo, one of the cars that you had picked in your event. So we've already seen this
Evan needs
car.
a
Yeah,
well,
Evan needs a Porsche. He needs a
yeah.
911.
So tell us
He may
about this
already
one
have
though.
a 911, we have heard, but I don't know that for sure. So anyway, here we go. Right? This car with a 6-speed, 46,000 miles, I believe, maybe 47,000. I don't know. It's around there. Low mileage, nice car, well specced out, great color combo. It's all the things. And I gotta believe this is an outlier, but maybe not. $46,000 was such a steal for this car. We
Hmm.
know as a Porsche 911 Turbo that the value is going to go up.
Wait, but this car had an accident. So tell us, do you know anything about the details of the accident? Was it
I did
minor?
I did look it up, and it did not look like it was a structural impact. It did have an accident, but it's not a rebuilt title. If you look at most cars out there at 21 years old, there's going to be something on the Carfax. But overall, this is a very clean car. It checked out. It looks good. It again, as to what you were just saying, I didn't select this as my collectible, but I did select it as a well bought sports car. And I don't think you're losing any money over the next 5 years if you drive it regularly, maintain it, and have it presentable for the next owner. This is a car that you're, as you just said, driving for tires and oil changes. Um,
It's a, the Amazon guy was
the
making a
Amazon
delivery when
delivery did show up. He was probably looking at the car, I'm sure, because it is so pretty. But this thing, it presses all the buttons for me. Um, and here's my hot take. I don't
whew,
even hate the runny egg headlights anymore. I
I
kind of think it
know
looks good.
you're on your way, John. All you need is a pair of New Balances, some jorts.
No, no, no. What's the 911 owner? What's the cliche for the 911 owner?
I don't know. I don't know. But I'm with you. I think we all really piled on the sad egg headlights. Um, and on the turbo, I'm willing to forgive it. I will not forgive these wheels though. The original turbo twists, these aren't the twists, but I just do not like these from what they were on the 993 version. I think when they made the jump to 996, I just don't think they're attractive, and I think they're so bad that like I would have scrapped it. I would have said, you know what, we're so it. Nobody asked me, of course, but it's so much worse than what we did in the past. Let's just either use that other thing or go in a different direction, because this is a facsimile of a 993 turbo twist. No nuts on
Yeah,
that one.
I agree with you. I don't. These wheels were so kind of played out. What would you put on this era 911?
Spinners.
Fair, good. I'm glad. I would. I like the ones that are static, so I'm driving, but it looks like I'm stopped.
Yeah.
Um,
Hey, wait a second. You talked about plastic before on the Corvette. What was this car's excuse? Because this was expensive when that Vet was new. It was cheap, or half the
cheaper, yeah,
price of
yeah,
this.
within
Yeah.
reason. I don't hate this interior. I really don't. It's dated, and I get it. The materials are not up to 911 standards, but I don't find it offensive. I never have. I know a lot of people are like, ugh. Um, and in Porsche's defense, they were nearly bankrupt. It was either people buy this car in the Boxster or they close up shop. So a
Mhm.
lot of stuff to forgive. The seat could use a little love.
Do you
That's a
think what was this? This was, you said 47,000 miles. Maybe it's got to be a little higher than that, because this is a lot of wear for, unless we had a um,
don't say it. Don't
okay.
say it. Did somebody it's hard to tamper with these, I think. I don't know.
No, I wasn't going to
Oh.
say that. I was going to say maybe we just had a rotund individual who was
Oh,
lumbering
fat
in and
guy
out.
in a little car.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Although there's a lot of wear around the key too. Like
Right. Where is
it
it?
makes me think what was going on here because that's not a lot of miles for that much wear.
But if you'll notice, I mean, so jabbing the key all around here, I could understand. Um, Jabbing the key around here, I think, and even up here, I think is
How do you turn the lights on? You
right
know, I want to put the
with
air
my key.
conditioning on. This key doesn't work.
I have to tell you, remove before flight keychain. That might be one of the Porsche cliches.
Yeah, yeah. That's a
Here it is without the
colloquialism.
key. The
It's
wheel. Got an opinion on the wheel?
I don't hate it. I've seen far worse. I personally now I like traditional wood and the burled walnut thing. When I see 911s that have that and the wood wheel and stuff, that drives me nuts. So this
Hmm.
doesn't bother me. Um, I would be sad if that didn't have a system error. I think that Porsche Classic does a great job with their integration of um, newer technology in their older products. So I would probably explore that pretty quickly.
Hmm.
Gosh, this thing is. I clearly didn't look at. I didn't look at the pictures well enough now that we're going through it together. That
Do you
interior
think you would have?
is.
I would have. I probably wouldn't have touched up any of the interior, but I probably would have put a cigarette lighter back in there.
I would have put a cigarette lighter back in there, and I probably would have farmed it out and had somebody clean up the interior a little bit better. Now I'm starting to see that. I felt like the $46,000 was the greatest buy
But,
ever,
but
and now I'm just
if
like,
it's mechanically sound, it is a great buy. I mean,
it is, but there's some reasons here. It's not like the sky is falling. This was just a less than stellar example of a 911 turbo.
you would
I
not
still
give
think it's
your
a good
left nut for
deal.
this car.
What's that?
You would not give your left nut for this car.
I guess I wouldn't. I would have up until we had this conversation, but now I'm just it's still a good buy, but not the deal of the century that I thought as I was
Well,
selecting this car.
you say it's a good buy. I say goodbye to it. So let's move on to our future collectibles. And I went American on this one, and I picked a Cadillac CTSV wagon. And so I just wanted to show you some prices. This is my future collectible, and I just want to show you that they are. You can find one. You can find a 6-speed wagon for under 50. But you see the prices don't appear to really be going up that much, although they have year over year. They went up 5%, I think,
Okay.
or no, more than that. Up, they went up almost $5,000, which is almost probably like 10%. Like, now check this out. Sure, this car was in Canada, but original owner, 6-speed wagon. There were like 500 of these made in 6-speed. I actually have to check my notes you mind if I do that?
Oh, please
Uh,
check. Please check. I don't know the
you,
numbers on the amount of manuals, but I will say I love these. Like
yeah,
by all means.
514 were manuals.
Okay.
That's a small number. This is a future collectible. It's already increasing in price. This car had 46,000 miles, 75,000 kilometers. I think these are fantastic cars. I mean, they're fast. I don't know how well they handle, but I think they're gorgeous. I think this generation of CTS is aging way better than the first generation. What I think of as the car from the Matrix. Um,
Let me ask you this. I know
Go
that
ahead.
we're looking at the wagon, but
Mhm.
do you have the same sentiments about the coupe?
You know, the coupe, oh, the steering wheel, Johnny. Why couldn't they straighten the wheel before taking the photo?
I mean, it's just a 2 second thing that would make a huge difference. I agree.
Yeah, how much was this thing new? My eyes are not good enough to see that, so we'll just kind of
Nope.
skip. All right, I'm ignoring your question about the coupe, and I really
Okay.
want to like the coupe because I thought it was a adventurous thing when the car was doing. Well, I mean, excuse me, when the car was doing. So when they were designing that car, I thought it was adventurous, and I liked the cutting edge nature of it.
Yep.
Um, but I would not own one. I would admire it. You know what it's sort of like? Do you ever like the last time you were on a flight, like watching a movie, not the movie that's on your screen, but the movie that's like the people in front of you and you're looking through the seats? It's like you're kind of invested, but if they move their seat back and you can't see it anymore, it's okay. That's how I feel about those cars. If somebody I know has one, I like them, but but if they don't have it, if they like gave it away the next day, I wouldn't be sad about it. That's
Okay.
how what
That's a wild interpretation. Yeah, I think what I would say is that this car is aging much better than the coupe. Um,
mhm.
and you're right, the coupe was definitely a group of designers that were really going all out to make something different, and I applaud them for it. But I don't think it's aging as well as this.
It's not a coupe d'etat.
Hey, c'est vrai.
No,
Uh,
more like a hoop d'etat.
nice, nice. That was good. That was good.
Yeah.
I agree with you on all fronts. I think this is a definitely a collectible. Definitely going to go up in value, especially with the manual transmission. Still looking at the most plasticky plastic that has ever plasticked, but forgivable.
Um, yeah. This is textured though, where the Corvette, I believe it was just like non-pebbled. It was just like a flat piece of plastic, as though you know there was some there was some texture to it, and at the last minute, somebody was like, "Let's just smooth all that over. Get that rolling pin, and let's just fix
The
this."
yeah, it doesn't. This does not look like it was on the same assembly line as a Cavalier.
Hmm.
This looks like it's on the same assembly line as a Cobalt, which is fine. It's great. Um, it's fantastic.
I got to
I
tell you though, this is just a personal preference of mine, and you being a semi-professional car detailer, this looks like it really got the Armor All treatment, and I tend to think of Armor All as for the cars that you don't like.
Yep,
So
yep.
yeah,
It's a little shiny and heavy-handed. I love the font. I
yeah,
love the font.
me too.
Like gauges look good to me.
Do you know when this car was for sale? I worked on the team that redesigned and rewrote the Cadillac website. I wrote the Cadillac website
Really, I did not
in
know that.
2011. Yeah, it was, or
Oh,
2012 maybe. It was like one of the highlights of my career.
were you the guy that came
As
up with the art and science logo?
uh-uh.
Oh,
I'm not. I'm a words guy.
okay. But those are art,
I
science.
Yeah. Um, I I do like these cars. So I want to jump to that's kind of strange, that leather stripe bisecting the Alcantara, the
Ag-
microfiber,
Agreed.
microsuede.
Agreed.
It's kind of like like on the seat bottom. It makes me think ass crack.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's valid. It's also kind of incongruent when you don't have it on the seat back.
Hmm.
But what do I know? Right.
What
I'm
do you
not a
know? You know
designer.
lots of things. Look at this. Look at this trajectory, folks.
I mean, yes and
Swing.
no, right? Like, so I chose a car that has already had a lot of publicity about the increases in values, right? These cars are not a secret. Nobody's sleeping on them. Um, People know that a first gen M3 is a collectible car. I just think that they are undervalued for what they are. Um, and this may be a product of my age, but with each passing year, they look better and better to me. I love box
Hmm.
fenders, and I love sort of the idea uh, of a homologation special, a car that had to be built in order to compete. And this is exactly that. Look at those fenders; they look awesome. Now, I don't love the aftermarket wheels on this particular model or the smoke lenses, but these cars, when they're in stock condition, again, they just look better and better to me with each passing year. And when I look at what the values are, you can get a really nice car for about 50 grand, again, using our benchmark.
You want to,
Um,
should we look at a really nice car that you picked?
yeah, let's do that. Let's
Yes,
do
this
that.
is
So
clean. This is nice.
this is clean. It is a stock car. It's got the right wheels on it. Um, Arctic White is probably, is it, it's Alpine White. Alpine White is not my first choice for this car. I think the red and black cars kind of give it a little more pizzazz, but beggars can't be choosers, man. I would take this in a second. It's not a fast car. It's got 192 horsepower. It's a four-cylinder. It's very buzzy, but it's
Hmm.
very period correct and of the time. And if you're looking for a super analog experience, this is your car. I mean, this is about as opposite as from a modern car as you can get.
I've never driven one. Let me ask you a question about, you said buzzy. So is, what is the displacement of that four cylinders? Like 2.5 liters?
Yeah, I think so. We'll have to look
I-
it up so that I don't sound as dumb as I am, but
Is it
it's either a
making
two
power?
liter.
Is it making torque, or is it you really have to wind it out to get the get up and go?
I think it's a wind it up. You can rev it out a little bit, but it's buzzy. Like it's not very refined, and it's not supposed to be. It doesn't look refined, and it doesn't act refined. It is a very engaging driving experience, um, and the looks reflect that, right? This car is not pretending to be anything it's not. I mean, I don't know. I guess you could make the argument that it looks super fast, and of the time, it was pretty quick.
Yeah,
But compared to today, it's quaint, right? A Camry will beat it easily. Can we just talk about respect your elders for a second? Like,
sure.
that ship has sailed. That was a clever sticker, like the first 62,000 times I saw it. But we get it. It's an old car. We get it. I'm an old guy. Okay, fine. Can we take those stickers off now? Eh. Anyway, old man rant done. This is the way I would buy a car. This is exactly the way I would want a car. I want it to be OEM. It doesn't have to be perfect. This one isn't. Um, but it's a car that I could drive without a lot of guilt. I'm not killing the value of it. Um, Maybe I can fix a
Well, do
few
you
things
think
to make myself feel better. I
do
can
you
put
think
some
the color
H4s
is
in there
holding
instead of the
back?
seal beams.
Do you think the color is holding back the value on this, or do you
I
think
mean, it's
it's?
a factory color. The only time I think that a color holds a car back is if somebody painted it fuchsia and then tried to present it. Um,
Mhm.
Currently on Bring a Trailer, there's a line, or maybe it's an auction that has already passed, but there's a lime green 356, and the rest of the car is fantastic. And it's like, why did you paint it Kawasaki green? Like that doesn't
Mhm.
compute. But this is a factory color, so while it's not my first choice, the fact that it is an original color is fine by me.
Yeah. Um, hey, do you want to show people how we would? So let's wrap up this segment here.
Okay.
Um, I wonder if, do you want to show people how to create an event on Bidfinit?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Would that be helpful for the folks out there? So just want to just go through an event. And you created a new event this morning, didn't you?
I did. I did. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I got up early, and there happened to be. Can I explain a little bit about my rationale as you're queuing it up?
Sure, go for
So,
it.
so what we try to do as we're developing this and working on it and figuring out what we've got here is we create events for our friends, and then we give it out, and we're trying to figure out what we got here. So we try to create one event a day at least, and today I created a second event because there just happened to be four Porsche 356s ending roughly the same time. And they all happen to be coupes,
Mhm.
and they're very different in their personalities.
Well,
One is a
none of them,
1956.
yeah, but none of them are lime green.
None of them are. I didn't choose the lime green one because it was disgusting. But I must have, to be fair, I must have seen it as I was going through comps.
Oh, what is this beautiful color?
That's a pretty car, and it's a well sorted car. Um, there are a couple things that stood out to me about this car. Within the Porsche community, while originality is always preferred, there's so many restored cars out there. So if they're done well, it doesn't really seem to affect their value all that much. This car started out life as a different color. I believe it's got a replacement engine. All things that would really ding another manufacturer. But the 356 guys, they're nerds like the rest of us, but the money seems to go with the nicest condition car as opposed to, oh, it's Cinnabar red and mine's Cinnabar red. So this car started out life as a red car. It's currently British Racing Green. I love this thing. I think it's just really well done. Um, it looks like it's been well loved. It's got a ton of receipts.
Well, look,
Um,
I get that, but let's show one good walk through creating an event.
yeah, so sorry. Yeah, let me get back to creating the actual event. So here's what happened this morning. This morning, I go to live auctions, as I am wont to do, and I start seeing what's in the marketplace. And I do that through Bitfinet. And so I look through all of the auctions that are ending today, and there's a lot of cool stuff out there. And so one of the things that I try to do is I try to create threads where I can get four cars that have some sort of relatable feature. Maybe they're all convertibles. Maybe it's American cars like we explored before. Um, but what I noticed as I
How about,
was, what's that?
yeah, I was gonna
What
say,
I
do you want to
noticed,
create
yeah,
an
I was
event with
scrolling
muscle
through, and there
cars?
happened to be four 356 coupes closing today. And I thought that was really cool. It's not a common occurrence. I mean, I know there's a lot of these cars out there, but the fact that four are closing in the same day um, was surprising to me. So I ended up creating an event. I also saw these two, which I thought were really cool, but I couldn't figure out how to tie them into two other cars.
Hmm.
So you basically look around, try to figure out what you think your friends are going to like, maybe what their specialty is. If you're into 73 Pontiacs or Trans Ams or Super Duties or um, honeycomb Pontiac wheels, which I happen to love, and you can find a common thread and a couple of other cars out there, that's how you structure your event. The nice thing about this is it's ultimate flexibility, right? You have the ability to go through and select the cars that you think you and your friends are most interested in.
Yeah. So let's say so I do like those two GTs. So let's create an event with the GTs. How about these four right here? And I guess the common thread is that they're all very fast cars.
Love it.
So we're going to add the Diablo to an event first, and we'll just, just very fast.
I was going to go with I Can't Drive
Uh,
55, but who knows Sammy Hagar references?
all right, we can add a description here. fast cars that John wants. We're going to create this event. Boom. Now we're going to go looking for some other cars. So let's go back to those GTs and see if we can find those. We're going to add this to an event. We're going to add that to an event. And where was that other car that we were looking for? What was the other one? It was a BTM.
Oh, yes.
Is that what it's called?
No. DTM? Oh,
there it is.
BAC.
BAC.
We're both close.
All right. So we've got this event. Then we're going to come and start. And we're just going to invite a couple of people here, right? We're not going to invite Eustace. We're going to invite Johnny Miata.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah, we're going to invite, let's see, why not, for the hell of it, let's invite Paul. And let's invite Space Ghost.
That's you.
That's me. So I only invited a couple of people. We're going to go to the lobby and then we can see it. Now we can come in and enter bids. I'm going to enter my bid. Let's say this is just a joke bid. And I'm just going to add that in there. That's my bid. And we can compete against each other. I think John's trying to log in right now. He can compete against me.
Well, here we go. Okay.
Yeah. So we're typically you would do some research. You would understand what the car is going to be worth, and then you would throw your bid in here. And this is just numbers off the top of my head. Let's see. Let's see if Johnny has joined.
Oh, Johnny's slow on the draw today. I'm getting there.
Okay.
Here I am. I joined. I am joining.
Excellent.
All right. So I think.
Let's see. Johnny's here now. He can add his bids. I think John's camera has frozen up because he's not moving.
I am trying to just throw numbers in, but it's worth noting while we do this.
Oh man.
You can see what other people are bidding and just base your bids off of other people, or you can go down the rabbit hole if you're so inclined and spend hours looking at comps and other cars and
which apparently he's doing right now.
Really checking out the market, which I tend to do because it's a lot of fun and it is sharpening my skills.
You're not actually doing that right now. But let's just see how we add some bids. That's all we're trying to do is an illustration.
I'm illustrating, but also I want to win. All right, I'm done. I'm good. I got this.
Okay. He entered his bids. We're going to see how he did. And then, so that's how that game works.
Now, can we make fun of each other in the comments?
We can try.
Okay. Fine. Watch this. Now who's making incredible content?
Oh, thanks, John. Anyway,
so yeah, it's an approximation of what we do, but yeah, when you go in and you start looking at the cars and you're really delving and pretending like you're going to buy this car yourself, and then you look at the comps and you try to get a hold on the market, there's a lot of joy in that. And as I said earlier, I'm no longer just scrolling through cars, not stopping to see what I'm looking at. I'm actually doing it consciously and mindfully. And I think we have found that that's a lot of fun. There's a lot of joy in interaction.
Yeah.
So,
So speaking of interaction now, we're going to play a game
oh boy.
called It Closed at What? Where I show John several pictures of a car. He has a few seconds to decide what he thinks that car may have closed at. So,
Closed for?
yeah. What do you think? So you ready to play?
I'm ready to play. Let's go.
Okay. So this is going to go fast. And I don't have the prices in front of me, so we're going to have to wait till the end of the video to actually reveal what the price was. But if you're ready, we're going to go. 3, 2, 1.
Ooh, I love it. All right. Engine block. This big fresh out. 12. 12 even.
You might be very close. Sorry, I don't know the price. No, you're pretty far off.
That's a
You're
lot.
pretty.
Look, I love Volkswagens. I love Volkswagens, and I love Mark IIIs. I love them. However, somebody did a glass out respray. They
Mm-hmm.
obviously did $7,000 doesn't even begin to cover it. Like, if you
Right.
want to lose money, the only better way is to buy a boat.
Yeah. Well, also the engine swap. I mean, I love these cars too, but like that 1.8 turbo was a fantastic engine.
It's a great car. I would drive that. I would definitely
Yeah.
drive that.
You
For
ready for the next
$7,000,
one?
I would happily drive that.
What do you think? Take a deep
Oh,
breath.
what?
Ready?
Buy or no buy? What do you
No,
ask?
we're gonna go to the next one.
Oh, let's go to the next one. I'm ready. All right, 23,000 S500. Ooh, rare white over blue with 18-inch monoblocks. Oh, 16,000.
Sold for 20.
All right.
This is a deal. 20 grand on that car.
W140s are weird because they don't have a crazy following, and they should, right? Mercedes invested a ridiculous amount of money into this platform, and then Lexus showed up, and some of the other Japanese manufacturers showed up, and it kind of rained on Mercedes parade. I like these a lot, but 20 grand is definitely, I mean, it's 23,000 miles. So I don't know. I don't think it's a bad deal for sure,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I
No
don't see
nuts.
them
No, you give no
pushing.
nuts on this one.
Yeah, no nuts. No nuts.
This coincidentally, this is a '94, and the Tom Petty song that we heard on the soundtrack here was from Wildflowers, which came out in 1994.
Did you do that on purpose?
Coincidence.
Okay.
One more? You want to do another one?
Let's do one more.
Okay, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Here we go.
Oh, 86, 911. Boy, so new clutch, shocks, brakes, $68,000.
Yeah, it went for way more than that.
92,000.
Keep going.
Really? Oh, did it break six figures? $106,000.
Yeah, one owner. It's like the same family.
And it's got 22,000 miles, which I completely blew past. Yeah, all right, fair. I bid my left nut for that.
Yeah.
I guess here's the irony. I don't like the color, but I have a 944 in that color.
Oh, how ironic. Prince of Irony, Johnny Marcus.
That's weird.
I didn't know they were lightweight Fuchs. I thought they were just Fuchs.
Yeah, same. But all right. Now, do you think that was well bought? Because you can have a car that you want or you think is worth the money, but whether or not it's well bought is two different things, right?
Here's what I think. If somebody wanted this car, it's a fine price. But if somebody missed out on this auction, later this afternoon, there'll be 4 more. Tomorrow there's going to be another one. I mean, these are old. These are not new cars anymore.
Right.
This is a somewhat rare condition, or it's a desirable condition. But you're going to find another one of these. You're not going to have to wait 2 years and travel to Retromobile in France and like
Right.
stake out the car. I mean,
Yep.
you're going to be able to find this car again.
One more question for you before we move on.
Yeah.
Whale tail or no whale tail?
Whale tail.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I dig it.
Okay.
All right. We got a couple more. I lied
Okay.
when I said there was only one more. Ready?
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, the answer's always Miata. 19,000, 5-speed, clear cover. This is going to sell for 10. Come on.
Want to guess again?
Yeah, it's going to sell for 72. $41? Holy cow.
You were headed in the right direction. Whoops.
Oh, Star Chief. That's,
Yeah.
is it rotten? It's a California car. For $4,100, I would hop a flight and drive that home.
Yeah.
Under 100,000 miles. Like, I don't understand. This does not compute for me. Compute. This, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Okay, what do I know?
Yeah. I thought so. I think when I was putting this together, I think it was this car that made me think, shit, there are a lot of bargains right now. So I said, what can we get for a certain amount of money? Because I said to myself, hey, new Miatas might be mechanically superior, but this is a great car as it is. And I'm like, for $4,000. I mean, like the repairs on our 97 4Runner, you know, you were
Right.
there when I dropped it off.
Yeah.
They're going to be way more than this. And that's just some taking care of some deferred maintenance. This is a whole car for $4
grand. And
Yeah.
assuming that it's not rotten because it's in California, I find $4 grand Miatas all the time, but they're from Pennsylvania and they're Flintstone cars. So
Yeah.
that's a heck of a deal.
Miata is always the answer, except if you're in Pennsylvania.
That apparently that's yeah.
All right, we got another one. I think you probably know what it is, or I think you caught a glimpse of it. Here we go.
Okay. 56 Star Chief, 86,000 shown with a Stratoflate 4-speed. This is hard for me. I mean, they're all hard for me, apparently. Let's go with, I don't know, $6,500. Less? More? I don't know. Who wants
More?
These? More.
Who wants these?
Well, what I mean is, that sounds insulting, and it is, but here's why. $14,000.
Yeah.
It's cool. Like, it's definitely cool, but
yeah,
for whoever had this as a nostalgic car, right? They might have had it in high school. They're dead. And so if
or
they're
can't
not
drive
dead,
anymore, or shouldn't be driving.
If they're not dead, they're not feeling great. So I gotta believe that that market is shrinking. And I don't know, maybe this was a $20,000 car 10 years ago. I don't think it was, but 14,000 seems like a lot of money. It's cool, but it's not my cool, and I'm not mad at it. But 14 grand seems like a lot of money for not my cool.
Yeah,
a lot of rocket.
Let me ask you questions. If you had a guess, and I'm going to narrow it from 50 states just down to the lower 48, where was this car built?
Where is this car located? Is that what you asked?
I did not. I said, where is this car built, Johnny?
Oh, where is this car built? It was built in Delaware. Where is the car built?
Keep guessing.
Oh, okay. It was built in Van Nuys.
You weren't far off. It was built in California.
Okay.
I don't know if it was Van Nuys. Is that where the plant was? The GM
One of the
plant?
plants was there. I'm not savvy enough in American cars to know where all the plants were. They're just not my jam. I mean, this is a cool car, cool color combo. It's great if you live in Arizona or just far away from me. But it's.
All right, I think we have one more after this?
One more? Let's
Let's
go.
take a Nope, that was the end.
All right, perfect.
It's always a
You know what? I'm
surprise.
ready to
Sorry,
wrap it up.
sorry, John. Um,
I, all right, so I think we covered a lot of ground today,
we did.
and it was good.
Do you want to? Do you want to do some? Do you want to guess? What is it?
Yeah, let's guess what it is. What is it?
What it is? I have to find where it is.
I'm
All right.
excited. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to guess what it is. Do we have more than one of these?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We have two. I have to find where it is. So,
To fill time, I can tell you, I really hope it's a Escort Cosworth. I
I wish it
really
were two, but it's no such thing.
Is
It's
it
no such
Italian?
thing. Kind of.
Okay. Is it an Alante?
Do you want me to show it to you? Or just want to guess for a while.
I mean, I'm just filling time here.
All right. There's no time limit. Speaking of time, it's
Oh,
just
okay.
your humility.
Oh, okay, great. That's a the Suzuki Cappuccino.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that you are good. How
yeah.
did you know that?
Because the taillights look like a Suzuki Cappuccino, although they're aftermarket, and it's got the Whittle wing on the back, which is I don't know why that bugs me, but it does. Like I'm like that's not funny. They put little ladders on the back of Forerunners and a
Mm-hmm.
Whittle ladder, and I'm like, yeah, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Cappuccino, I get it. I love that.
Yeah, sort of Italian. And do you like his license plate?
Power wheel,
Power
I get it,
wheel.
because it's not big. It's it's little.
Right. All right. You ready for the next one?
I am. Let's go. Oh, oh. Okay. That is that an Isuzu Trooper?
Nope.
Okay, it's got the doors kind of the same. All right, so it's a JDM car because it's got a Add Zest radio. Everybody loves the Add Zest radio, and it's got the JDM mirror. I get it. It's not a Prado, is it? Is it an early Prado, like a '98?
No, it's not.
It is a Mitsubishi. Then it's a Pajero or a.
It's not.
Oh, is it a Mitsu? It's a Mitsubishi.
It's not.
Oh, come on. Is it a Nissan Patrol?
It is a Nissan Patrol.
Okay. All
I
right.
intentionally did this, and I because
I'm
I
mad.
knew this one would be tough.
Yeah, I'm mad because it's. I knew that it didn't. It looked like a Prado, but it didn't have the Prado back doors. And all right, all right. I don't need to explain myself. I got it wrong. I'm okay with it. I like the
Yeah,
wipers on
you're
the
one for two,
headlights.
man.
That's a cool car.
Yeah. Did you like also the? I like the switch. I was trying to give you some very subtle clues here. So we've got our windshield or our headlight wiper, or excuse me, washer, antenna. I don't know what this thing is over here. Add zest.
Add
I think you
zest.
press add zest and like
I couldn't stop paying attention to add zest. I'm like, do you put lemons in there? What I don't know what you do.
that's right,
That
man.
was a good one,
Any
man. I
citrus would
like that.
work.
I like that.
Yeah. So that is it for today. This has been Bid Left Nut, where we've talked about cars, auctions, auction prices, the things we would give a left nut for, and the things we certainly wouldn't give a left nut or any nut, not even a finger for.
Finger nut.
No, not at all.
All right.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later. I hope people out there have fun with their cars, speed safely, and we will see you soon.
We will see you soon. Thank you. Bye.